Hello and welcome to all the viewers. In this video, we will going to discuss about joint reactions in response spectrum analysis using ANSYS workbench. So as we know that there is importance of reactions when we used to design any connections. But when we talk about response spectrum analysis, there is no direct way to extract the joint reactions. So in this video, we will going to discuss how to extract that joint reactions using ANSYS APDL command script. So this slide represents the learnings in this video. Very first we will discuss about what is joint in FEA, and then we will move towards our actual problem statement. So there we will discuss about our joint definition, model analysis, response spectrum analysis, that is also called as seismic analysis, and then we will also discuss about how to write APDL script to extract the joint reactions. This slide represents the problem statement. So here we need to perform model and response spectrum analysis of pipe and its supports for following conditions, and we need to extract the joint reactions at fixed point location. So basically fixed joint location. So if you see the schematic, we use the same geometry which we discussed in our last videos for fixed joint as well as translation joint definitions. So you can see here at this respective point we need to extract the joint reactions. So now this is what our frequency versus acceleration curve. So you can see here like frequency versus acceleration data. Okay, so for this respective spectrum we need to perform the response spectrum analysis, and at that point in the solution we need to create the APDL script so that we can extract the reactions at the joint locations. So before going to ANSYS, let's go to our blog post where we already defined this respective joint extraction. So let's go to, so if you go to our respective blog, that is www.graphsengineering.com, so there you will find that under the ANSYS tips. So if you click over ANSYS tips, you will find that there are different ANSYS tips are there. So out of this you just select the first one. So like if you see here, this is nothing but joint reactions in response spectrum analysis using workbench, ANSYS workbench. So as we know that we already discussed these joints, what are the different types of joints. So let's discuss this the relevant topic. A joint is a junction where bodies are joined together based on their relative motions with respect to each other. So basically it is as same as to define the contact connections. Only in case of joint we can define the relative motion between the bodies. The reaction at the connection such as contact location, flange location, and at the joint location are used to design the flanges, joints and couplings, and hence reaction extraction plays an important role in finite element analysis. When someone says you to perform the FEA, at that time if designers is there, they will always ask for the reactions because they wanted to validate their design with respect to the reactions. So that's why there is an importance of joint reactions come into picture. So it is easy to find joint or force probes in static analysis, but when we talk about dynamic analysis such as response spectrum, random vibrations, reactions probes are not available. So in that case what to do? So in such a cases, in dynamic simulation you can use the APDL command scripts. You can write the script, and with that script you can easily find out the joint reactions. So you need to use the same script for contact location also and for the joint location also. Okay, now let's discuss about our current problem, that is fixed joint and translation joint. And this is what the joint definitions which we discussed in our last video. So you just go through that. I will put a link over here on the top of this. Okay, So when we define the joint, at that time you will find the first is body to body, and here there is one name called element APDL name. So in that column you need to define the respective name of that element. So basically what it does, at the joint location it will create one element, and that element we are providing nomenclature as a x1. Okay, so let's go to our ANSYS. I will discuss over there remaining. So now I will just show you. Here we are using the same model which we discussed in our last video. Now here you can see, like, under the fixed column, fixed joint definitions. So let's expand this, and here, as we know, there are different ways to define, like body to body, body to ground. So what we did, we first selected the first face of block, and then we selected the another face of the pipe. Okay, now let's see here. Here it is nothing but the element APDL name. So here you need to define the respective element name, and this name we will going to use in a script to extract the reaction on that respective element. Okay, now once it is done, then let's go further to blog post. So before that, let's discuss the fixed joint. Here we created fixed joint, and here we created the translation joint. Under the translation joint tab, you will find that the x direction, so basically this x direction is free to move. Okay, so you can just define here the respective joint type. Right now it is translation. So I will insist you just refer our previous video. There we created this two joints. So I will not going to take much more time in defining the same. Okay, let's go now further the blog post. After defining this joint, then you need to write the script. So how to write this script? So let's discuss in depth here. So what I will do, I will first, let's see the column, and here instead of going through this script, let's go to further ANSYS, and there okay, now I already solved this DEX. This is the previous file. Now let's first, you just need to drag your model analysis. Okay, and then you need to drag once the response spectrum over here. Now let's go inside the model analysis. Okay, so we are using the same structural steel as a material, right? This is what does by default structural steel as a material. Then inside connection we are using fixed and translation joint. Then we are using the same mesh setting which we used earlier. Now fixed joint. So what we need to do, we need to provide the fixed joint over here, and then right click and perform the simulation. So it will now extract the mode shapes as well as your natural frequencies. So now if you see, our simulation is performed. So these are like the first requirement of our present simulation, that is mode shape and natural frequency. So let's create the mode shape results, evaluate the results. Okay, now you can see like what are the different mode shapes. So this is the first mode shape, and this one is second one, and here you can see that there is some slight movement because this is fixed joint and this is your translation joint. So you can see that. Okay, let's this is the twisting, and the fourth one here on the translation joint location, fifth one over here, sixth one over here. So total we extracted the 6 natural frequency for 172.32 Hertz. So let's see our graph now, and here our maximum natural frequency is 250. So we need to further extract few more mode shapes. So what we will do now, let's put here 10 modes and now extract the natural frequency. here, and before that we will do that simulation. We will extract that 10 natural frequency. Now let's see how to apply loads over response spectrum simulation. So what we are doing, once this simulation is done, we will carry that result in a response spectrum analysis. So here we have a spectrum, so you can see this spectrum. So right click here, or you can use refer from here, like what are the different values. So these are like assumed data, so don't, you can, what are your actual data, you just use that data. Okay, this is frequency versus your acceleration. So I'm just copying that, and now let's go to insert, right click, and here you can see that response spectrum acceleration. So here you can define that, just cross check your units, whatever the units are there, Control V, and here the direction is X directions. So let's define all supports, and here you can define the X axis. Okay, so here we will not going to use this missing map effect, rigid response effect, and furthermore we are using a single point response spectrum in a SRSS. There are 3 mode combinations like SRSS, CQC and ROSE. So we already discussed this, what are the SRSS and CQC when we need to use. So you just refer our videos for the seismic simulations. Okay, at present we just wanted to discuss how to extract the joint reaction, so we will focus on that. Now once your loads are defined, you just need to solve this. So before solving that, you first need to solve model analysis, and then here you need to define the command script. So right click, insert, and here you need to write the command to extract the joint reactions. Because if you see here insert, and if you go inside probe, you can see like force reactions, but here there is only one provision of you can extract the forces only on a boundary condition. So there is no other locations, like you can extract on the boundary condition, but there is no provision to extract the reaction on joint or on a contact locations. So you can find that in a static simulation, but you will not find in a dynamic simulations. So for that we need to use this command APDL. Okay, so let's solve this simulation, first model analysis, and till that time we will go to our blog post, and there we will discuss how to write the script to extract the joint reactions. Okay, now we inside our APDL script. So let's go step by step. First we need to define the load step for which we need to extract. So here we are saying that we need to extract for the last step. So bus do one thing, just write set comma and then last, then select all the elements. Okay, and then you need to define the node syntax on the selected element by number. So basically our element number is x1, so that we need to select once your all elements are displayed. So what we will do, we will just go to our simulation. Okay, now if you see here, like our nodal nodes are extracted, more shapes are extracted. So you can see like we extracted up to 3 to 1, and here we have our frequency, spectrum frequency up to 250. So what we need to do in that case, 250. Okay, so let's consider 8 modes. So here you can define 8 modes you will going to use, and inside the command we will just write that respective. So I will just write side by side so that we can refer. So very first we need to write /com. Okay, when you will going to write, it will show you the respective help like comma. Now if you see here, we are defining set, then comma, and here it will show the next sub steps which you will require to perform this respective command operation. So let's define set, and then let's define the last step. Okay, then enter. Then you just need to define all select. You can even click this, enter. Then you can select select comma, and here you need to define first the type as, then we don't need item, we don't need component. Here we directly use that respective name, so let's write x1. Now once our node syntax is defined of that selected element, then we need to find the respective first node of that element. Okay, so on that respective element we need to first find out the first node. Even you can use the second node also, that is not the issue. Let's define that star comma get. It will show you later on. First define star comma get comma. Here we are defining the node as x1 underscore n1, and then comma, you can select the entity element comma x1 comma node comma 1. Okay, so you just need to follow all these steps. Like you need to define the gate, then you can define the node syntax, or you can say the node which you will going to use on that element. Then select your element and element name, then you can select the node and the first one. Okay, now once it is done, then next step is we need to select that node and select comma s comma. So basically what we did, we selected the respective node, we define the type, and then we need to define the node name. So write that x1 underscore n1. So this is the same name which we define on previous step here. Okay, now once it is done, so it is as simple as that. What you need to do, you need to first go inside the solution tab, then you need to define the last the respective load step. Then you can display all the elements, select all elements. Out of that you just need to select the respective element where you need to extract the reaction. Then for that respective element you just need to define the node syntax, or you need to find the respective first node of that element. So here we are defining that, and once it is done, then you can display that respective node. Okay, now once your respective node is defined, then you need to use the actual command, that is nothing but your fsum. Then you can define comma and then go inside it. So fsum is important because this is what the command which does, or we can say which does the simulation, which does the summation. You can say like fsum, f is for your forces and sum for your summation. So this is as simple as that. For movement also you can use the same thing. You just need to define below. Let's go, I will discuss that also. So once your fsum command is defined, then you need to extract the reaction in each and respective direction, like x, y, z. So if you see here, like get, we first extracting in x direction, then y direction, and then z directions. Okay, and then we are even extracting reaction in movements x, y, z. Okay, and we are using the same fsum. So don't confuse, in moment extraction don't write msum, you always need to write fsum. Okay, now let's go to star get comma my underscore fsum fx underscore x1 comma fsum comma. I'm just copying the same fx. I will explain that. So now here what we are doing, we need to, in order to extract reaction, you just need to write star get. Then you can define any syntax over here. right? That is not, we are just defining the name. So just write fsum fx underscore x1, then you need to define the actual command, that is fsum, and then you need to define the respective item and direction name. Okay, now let's copy the same in next step, and here you just need to write, here we return fy and here also fy. Okay, always keep in mind, just focus over this command syntax. It should not be as same as that, neither your reaction will be different. Okay, so just keep fx x1 fy f x1, so don't keep or don't copy the same, just need to change. Now here I am just changing z, let's define here z. Okay, now this is what all about your forces. Now you just need to do for same, copy, and here you just need to write same for the movements. So I'm just now going to change. Now here I will going to write mx my mz. Okay, so this is all about your forces and movement extraction. You just need to use this target, define your syntax where you want to extract, or you can say the nomenclature, then define your fsum command, and then define item, and then define the respective direction. Okay, now once that is done, just at the last let's further go slash comma, then define all, enter all select. Okay, now further select the all select. So this is as simple as that. Now if you see here, you can just followed all the steps. Now let's further go set last all as e select s x1, then get and select fsum. Okay, now once your command script is written, then you will find that at the reaction, so now we can see here my fsum fx x1, so basically this one. Okay, so you will get in the form of results same x y z mx my mz. Okay, so this is as same as that which you will get inside the reaction tab. Now let's go what we did, we already written that. So always keep in mind, you need to write before the simulation. And also one thing I wanted to mention here, always go to output controls, and here keep nodal forces yes. By default it is no, but you need to keep yes. If it is no, then it will not give you any reactions. You just need to keep this S, then only you will find the reactions. Okay, now clear this and then solve the simulation. Okay, it will take some time, so till that time let's go for the, so you just refer this block, just for the steps you can easily extract, and you can even use the same command script for the contacts also. Okay, so this is the main command which you need to define while you are extracting the reactions. First write the fsum, then write star gate and define your respective directions. Okay, now let's go to our problem statement. So we already discussed point, we discuss about joint definition, we discuss about model analysis, we discuss about response spectrum, we discuss about APDL scripts. Okay, so all points we already cover for our present video. Now just wait for the results. So now if you see that our simulation is performed, so let's go to force reaction, and this is basically the force reaction on the fixed point. Now in order to see the reactions on the joints, so we define that command. So now we can see like the reaction on these respective joints. So fx, fy, fz, mx, my, mz, the unit are as same as whatever the unit system you may have. Okay, now you will find that reactions in x, y, z direction. Okay, so you will get reactions, whatever the nomenclature you will define here, based on that you will get the reaction. So you can even write simply x1, fx, fy, fz, mx, my, mz, like that also it is possible. And so we will not discuss, but let's see what are the deformation and stresses, if is there an impact of the spectrum. Now we can see the deformation. Okay, 128 mm. This is the flexible pipe, so that's why you will find this much deformation, and even your stresses are also quite huge. Okay, because we just assume the spectrum, this is not the realistic spectrum, so whatever the spectrum value you just apply. We here just wanted to know that how to perform the response spectrum simulation, and then how to write the command script. So that's it guys, that's it for the present video. Let me know your comments, I'll be there to respond. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Okay, once you will like, then only it will be rank on a YouTube. So please support us, don't forget to like. Thank you, we'll meet in next video. Till that time, take care, bye bye.